So I might actually have a chocolate tash by now, but that's okay. Key benefits of cacao. Basically, from what I understand from what Keith talks about whenever we do ceremonies, is that the key benefits that really enhance the sense of creativity and focus is that blood flow is increased by 30 to 40% to the brain if you are having a ceremonial dose, so 42 to 57 grams in a serving. Also, the actual oxygen in the blood is increased by about 20%, and that's really helped by adding cayenne pepper to the mix when you're actually making it. So it is known as the food of the soul, or the food of the heart, and what you do is you do get a big flush of energy in the heart that expands out. So it's like a love potion. It really is like a love potion. One woman has described it to me as a mother's hug from the inside. I certainly feel it as a comfort blanket, which, you know, is really helpful when you're trying to deal with deep stuff, which is what I chose to do from the moment I started drinking cacao. That's my personal journey. But sticking to the actual benefits, it really enhances creativity. It enhances focus. So it is a stimulant, and it's not a great thing to take last thing at night when you're going to bed, because you'll have lots of creative ideas. And some people do apparently fall asleep on it. That is known as resistance. So I don't want to deal with this. So all the extra oxygen and the blood flow is very, very helpful, and that's how it increases the creativity and the focus. It can be really good for any team building exercise. So I'd love to see it in boardrooms. I'd love to see it when we're looking to creatively problem solve, when we're looking to find some kind of common ground if there are opposing forces and opinions. It also seems to mix beautifully with just about anything. So in my personal experience, I have a great time talking with my friends if we've drunk some cacao. If I'm in a romantic situation, it can be great for that as well. And it can also be great for more than that. So I've had a few clients comment on how useful it has been for them and their husbands, particularly on Valentine's Day. So it will enhance lovemaking, it will enhance having a good time out, it will enhance anything you do, really, it supports. And I have found that actually, if you've drunk the cacao first and then maybe you have a glass of wine or any other stimulant that you might add to it, I'm not talking here about anything illegal, but basically wine in particular I find works very well. I don't drink other alcohol, so I'm not sure. Food seems to taste better. It just seems to generally add a bit of sparkle to whatever's going on. And the insights really seem to come if you're setting an intention during the drinking of it. Then you'll get your insights sort of in the 3 or 4 hours period after you've drunk it, and you definitely feel the effects of it within about half an hour of actually drinking it. So that's really helpful. Keith has this lovely Go to Glow meditation, which again you'll find on his website, ceremonialcacao.blogspot.com, the Go to Glow meditation, and that's a great way to actually start working with it. So you really sort of connect with the idea of the smile in your heart finding you, and then that's spreading everywhere and connecting to source and realising that source and you are one. So it helps to get stuff out of the way. Just trying to think really about other benefits. I know it has been used in corporate team building exercises. I'd love to see it being used instead of coffee at work. And obviously, what I do know is that it's not great if you are going to then go and do something really high impact, because it really does increase the blood flow, and it is it's very helpful for heart conditions, and it's also very helpful for blood pressure, but there are certain antidepressants that don't mix well with it. It's something to do with the inhibitors, MAO inhibitors, that's right. You need to check your medication. You really need to check on Keith's site as well for that information. Beyond that, I wouldn't get into a sauna. I wouldn't do aerobics after having drunk some, because that could really lead to a headache. Overdosing on it will tend to lead to a headache, a severe headache, or nausea. So anyone who has been through chemotherapy or is doing a lot of cleansing, or is used to a very, very basic raw diet, or doesn't really have stimulants, should really go easy. And in terms of dosages, it is safe for pregnant women and for breastfeeding women up to about 28 grams a day. I would suggest that if you're quite sensitive, you start with 5 or 10 grams and just see how that works for you, because 42 grams is going to give you, it's a big hit. It's not something to be drinking every day. It's a lot of cacao. I might have that kind of dose once a week if there's something I want to work through deeply. But generally speaking, start low and build up. And typically I'll have maybe 15 grams to 30 grams a day. And I choose to drink it basically instead of coffee, instead of Coca-Cola, instead of Lucozade, instead of any other stimulant. And I don't really have any other stimulants now. So rarely, never say never. But it's a wonderful facilitator. And really the proof's in the pudding. But it's definitely, you're going to get a lot more from it if you share it with others. If you're on your own, it can really help you with writing. It can be great for clearing writer's block. It can be great for if you're writing stories or meditating. I love teaching with it, so I've run a workshop before where I offered cacao to the participants, and I also had drank some cacao myself. It's great when I do my yoga. It's great if it's a lovely sunny day and I want to go for a walk in the woods and connect with the trees. For me, I just find it's really helpful in lots of different ways, and you can experiment with it to have fun.